Okay, let's start by discussing number 2. Oh dear, this order was scrambled and the pieces are shown here. Put the pieces together to make a rectangular block and write 2 equivalent expressions for the area of the block. So you could have done this a number of ways. I'm just going to say my way because I'm obviously not there to ask you all to share out your thoughts. So the way I thought about this is first I looked at my big blocks because I knew that was going to be my x by x. I saw that I had 3 of them. So that tells me that I'm going to have 3 different equivalent pieces, right? So if I have 3 different x by x boxes, I'm going to have 3 boxes that are the same, or 3 shapes that are the same. So I'm going to first look and just try to build one shape. So I'm going to start by counting all of these long pieces, which I know are going to be x by 1s, because it's the same length as an X box. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I have 15 X boxes. If I divided that into 3, also let's write that I have 3 X squared boxes. If I divided that into 3, so I can draw just one of my boxes, I would have 5X. So I have an X squared, I have a 5X, and then I also want to look at my little 1 blocks. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of them. If I divide that into 3 groups, then I have 4 blocks in each of the 3 equivalent shapes. So one shape is going to be x squared plus 5x plus 4, and I know that I have 3 of them total. But it also wants me to draw it, I believe. So if we were to draw that, we know we're going to have x by x. We want to think about factors of 4. So we have 1 and 4, we have 2 and 2. Which of those factors is going to give us 5? The 1 and the 4. So plus 1 plus 4, we get x squared, 1x, 4x, and 5. And then we have 2 more of those, so 3 total. X plus 1, x plus 4, x plus 1, x plus 4. So my equivalent expressions could be 3x squared plus 15x plus 12. It could be this one that I wrote over here, 3 times x squared plus 5x plus 4. Or we could factor it even further to be one of these boxes, 3 times x plus 1 times x plus 4. All of these 3 expressions are equivalent. Make sure you have all 3 of these written down on your number 2. Okay? For number 3, what do you notice when you compare the 2 equivalent expressions in problems 1 and problems 2? Well, when we look at these, I mean, honestly, you could say a number of things. Some things that stand out to me, the number of x boxes that you have is your common factor, right? Here we had 3 x boxes, so I know that we're going to have 3 equivalent groups. My common factor is 3. Up here we had 2 x boxes, 2 equivalent groups. My common factor was 2. You could have seen that the number of x boxes that you used here became a factor when you factored out your problem. Like, there's a number of things you could have noticed, okay? Let's talk about number 4. For number 4, Quanika has a lot of new requests. Use diagrams to help you find equivalent expressions for each of the following. I'm only going to go over A. So to me, the first thing that we should be doing is we should be looking for a common factor. What common factors do we have between 6 and 12? Well, both 6 and 12 are divisible by 6. They're both divisible by 2. They're both divisible by 3. The biggest common factor is going to be 6. So if I pull out 6, that's going to give me x squared plus 2x. If I were to draw a picture of just the x squared plus 2x, there's no constant. So I'm going to have an x by x box, and then I'm just going to extend it by 2 on one side. So I can factor this further to be 6 times x plus 2. One thing that I want to make sure you all are not forgetting, after you pull out your common factor, you have to make sure that you include it in your final equivalent expression. So if all you put was x times x plus 2, you got it wrong because there's 6 of those boxes. You have to multiply it back by your common factor. Does that make sense? I don't know why I asked that. You all can't answer me. Okay, so hopefully this is making sense to you. Tomorrow we're going to finish out 8.3. Don't forget that you need to start on Ready, Set, Go 8.3 for homework and come to class ready to work. Have a good rest of your day. Bye, you all.